different types of triads that we need to know.
Root major,
Major,
major, and then minor,
minor,
diminished, and augmented.
diminished, and augmented. Do you remember the formula for a major triad?
Perfect verse.
There's no such thing as a perfect. Well, no, I take that back. That's true. But do you remember, like, what?
I know.
Yeah, tell me the formula.
Root
Root,
plus major third
major third,
plus root fifth or
perfect fifth.
perfect fifth or minor third.
Right. So if you're measuring from the root to the fifth, it's a perfect fifth. If you want to measure from the major third, then that would be a minor third. I think my preference was always this one, but you guys think differently than I do. I always thought like on the keyboard, but I bet it'd be easier for you to go root to perfect fifth. Your call. All right, what's the formula for minor?
Root, minor third, perfect fifth.
Root, minor third, perfect fifth. If I'm going to measure from the minor third, from here to here, what would that be? Major third, right. So two different ways to think about it, it's up to you. All right, what is, give me another one. We have two left.
Diminished is root plus minor third.
Uh-huh.
Diminished fifth.
Diminished fifth. There you go. And if you're measuring from the third to the fifth, what would that be considered? Minor third. So diminished you can think of as like a stack of minor thirds. Just minor third plus minor third gets you diminished triad. But also diminished being the fifth in the name is kind of helpful. So, all right, how about the last one, augmented?
Root plus major third.
Root plus major third
Augmented fifth.
plus augmented fifth. Again, it's even in the name, right? That root to the augmented fifth is going to get you to your augmented triad. But if I'm going to measure from the third to the fifth, what would that be?
Major third.
Major third. So we've got a stack of major thirds here. We have a stack of minor thirds here. Up to you how you want to think about it, but those are the formulas. Let's write a few of these now. And pick a number, 1 through 4, Chris. 3? Okay, so we're going to write a diminished triad. Give me a note name, Nick.
G.
G. So let's write, and you could just look up here if you want the review. Let's write a diminished triad above a G. First thing I know I'm going to need a third above the root. I know I'm going to need a fifth above the root as well. So it might behoove me just to get those notes on the board somewhere. All right, so a third above a G, 1, 2, 3 would be a B. A fifth above a G would be 1, 2, okay, so there we go. I got my stack of thirds. I've got a root, I've got a third, I've got a fifth. From here, I've got to go to town and I've got to build the intervals with the proper accidentals. And to do that, I'm going to reference the formula. So I've got my root down, I've got a third, but it needs to be a minor third. So what is a minor third above a G? From there, I might want to reference a circle of fifths somewhere to find the major key signature of G major. One sharp, what does it have to be? Fat. Great. So that means everything else is natural, including B. So if it's a B natural, what kind of third do I have up here?
Major.
I have a major third, but I need a minor third, so how do I adjust that?
You do the bottom up.
Nick, what'd you say?
You go up.
Which one, the top note or the bottom note? You want to go up to make it a minor third?
Oh no. Yeah, you can.
Lower it. So put a flat on it. Now I got a minor third. All right. I need the root to the fifth. It has to be a diminished fifth. I already know the key of G major is 1 sharp, and that's F. So D natural means that's a perfect fifth. How do I reduce that perfect interval? How do I do that? Flat. There we go. There's a G diminished triad. Now, notice that when I'm comparing the root to the top note, I'm only adjusting the top note. If I start messing with this, I'm going to have a bad time. So, like I gave you the G, don't mess with the G, but here is a way to like make a sneaky diminished interval on this. Watch this. Don't do that. I have made it diminished. It's true, right? Because now, like I had a G and a B that was a major third. Whoop, now it's a minor third. I had a G and a D as a perfect fifth. Whoop, now it's a diminished fifth. So just by putting one accidental on, like I've done that, you're not allowed to do that. Like I give you the note, you got to build around it. Okay, let's do another one. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 4, Nick.
2.
2. Pick a note name, any note name. A. Let's write a minor triad starting on A. First step, let's put up the other 2 notes that I need. I'm going to need a third, I'm going to need a fifth. Yeah, I can do that right away. Next step is figure out the major key signature of the bottom note. The bottom note is A. What's the key signature of A major? 3 flat, not 3 flats. Oh, so what do they have to be? Fat, cats, get. Great. Now that I know that, in A major, if that were a C sharp, well then that would be a major third. But that's not what I've got written on the board as it stands right now. That's a C natural. So an A with C sharp is a major third, an A with C natural is what kind of third? Do you understand what just happened? You're looking at me confused. I sure can. In A major, there are 3 sharps. Fat, cats, get. The third here is a C, so that would be cats. If this were a C sharp, as would be diatonic to A major, then that would be a major third. But that's not what's written on the board right now. It's a C natural. A to C sharp is a major third, therefore A to C natural is a minor third. Isn't that what I want for a minor triad? Root to minor third? Yeah, there you go. You know, just for like clarity's sake, I'll put a natural up there. Great, minor third, handled. Let's look at the fifth. A to an E. Well, okay, fat cats get. That means E is natural. And diatonically, then that means it's what kind of fifth? It's a perfect fifth. So I have a minor third plus a perfect fifth. Isn't that what I need for a minor triad?
Yeah.
There you go. So realistically, I don't have to write anything on there. I threw it up on the board and it just happened to occur on its own, almost. That's not always the case, but it's nice when it does happen. All right, let's pick a number, 1 or 4, Chris. 4. Pick a note name, Nick. E. Let's write an augmented triad starting on E. First step, throw up the rest of the notes. I need 3 of them total to make a triad. All right, the major key signature for E. E major is
4 sharps.
what are they, Nick?
Fat cats get down.
Fat cats get down. They sure do. Well, G is one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fat cats. That's the second note of this triad. That's the third right here. So has to be a major third. According to my formula, right? Sorry, I probably should have put augmented. Okay. So now I have my major third. Let's work on the augmented fifth. In E major, so 4 sharps. Fat cats get down. B is not on there, so B natural means diatonically this is a perfect fifth. But I want an augmented fifth from the root to the fifth. So how do I take a perfect fifth and enlarge it? Sharp. B sharp.
So 2 sharps. Just on the-
Yeah, that's right. Is this starting to make a little bit of sense now?
Yeah.
We're taking the intervals that we did and we're like adding a step.
Yeah.
That's it. Find your formula and then apply it to the intervals. And Chris, you're super good at intervals, so I think that you'll have a good go at us. I'd like you to try 3 on your own. We haven't done major yet, so that might be a good one to start with. Let's do D major. About B minor. And E flat augmented. That's what the plus means. Augmenting means you're adding space to something. That's why the plus is there. Can you see that okay, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, so Chris has his on the board. Nick, do you agree with all of them?
I don't really. Well, no, I don't, just because it's minor. Different.
Okay, what's different for you?
So for major, I left them untouched.
You know what? I'm gonna put yours on the board in green. How about that? So you did this?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you get for the next one?
The next one I had a flat in the middle.
Okay, and what about the last one?
And then the last one I had sharp in the middle.
Sharp here?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nick, every single one of yours is incorrect.
Okay.
Chris, one of yours is wrong. And I'll show you how right now. Let's go over the major one first. What's the name of this bottom note, Nick?
It's D.
D, great. What's the key signature of D major?
It was two sharps.
It's two sharps, what are they?
Fat cat.
Fat cats, F, right away, is sharp. So D to F sharp is that major third,
Oh.
okay? You had D to F natural, so that's a minor third. All right, D to F sharp, great. Then fat cats, well, A should be natural, diatonic to D major, so there you go. So Chris is right on the first one. Let's do the next one. Need a minor triad on this one. Nick, again, I'll ask you, what is the name of the bottom note?
G.
No.
Or no.
C, because it switched to bass clef.
Yeah.
And I figured that's what you did. Is that you looked at G major and saw, oh, it's only one sharp. There's that B's got to be flat in order to make the minor third.
No, I just said that was an accident. I did do B.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well then that makes this a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
All right, what is the major key signature of the bottom note? This is the one that you have wrong, Chris.
5
5, what are they?
sharps.
Great, tell me what they are.
Fat cats get down to F.
Down, this down is in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great. And you saw that. So like a B to a D sharp would have been a major third. Can't have that. So how do I lower a major third? Natural. D natural makes it a minor third. Good for you. It's this last one. B to an F. All right. In B major, fat cats get to fat is the first one off the bat. I need a perfect fifth. Yeah. So how do I make this a perfect fifth now?
Sure.
Sharp. Now it's minor.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one like sneaks up on you. Do you see how that works, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the last one. What is the name of that bottom note, Nick?
E.
E
Flat.
flat. So what is the key signature of E flat major?
Is it 4 flats?
No.
Oh, maybe that's one.
Well, I not really.
That was 3 flats.
3 flats. What are they?
Or no. E.
B E A. Great. So this next note right here is a G. So B E A flat. Everything else should be natural. So E flat to G natural makes this a major third. So a root to a major third. No problem. Next note up here, I have to make this an augmented fifth. An E flat to a B. So an E flat major, B E A. If this were a B flat, diatonically it'd be a perfect fifth. So in order to make it an augmented fifth, I have to raise that top note, and I do that by putting a natural on it. Take a flat, make it a natural. Now I have the augmented fifth. And you left this with nothing in front of it, telling me that you know that that's natural. So that is correct.
I have natural on here.
You have natural on yours, but
I
that's
just
fine.
didn't wanna put it up there.
That's fine. I don't care. You did it.
Okay.
Make more sense?
Yeah.
We're gonna do 3 more. How about, this will be a good one. G flat major. Let's go toast a biscuit or two. C sharp diminished. Yikes. B flat augmented. Give those guys a try. So once again, Chris has what he thinks on the board here. We'll go through it, we'll find out. Bottom note is G flat. I need a major triad starting on that note. Well, the key signature for G flat major is 6 flats. That's B, E, A, D, G, C. So, was B in there? Sure was. Put a flat on it, I have a major third. Was D in there? Sure was. Put a flat on it, now I have a perfect fifth. So G, B, yeah, B, E, A, D, G, C. Yeah, that's all there. So that is a major triad. Is that what you got, Nick?
Yeah.
Great. This next one is probably the most difficult out of all 3 of them. A C sharp to an E natural. What is the major key signature for C sharp?
Those fat cats get down and everybody.
It's all of them. It's all 7. So a C sharp to an E natural, well, that would have to be an E sharp in order for it to be a major third. And in diminished, I don't want a major third, I want a minor third. So leaving it a natural or putting it in parentheses is going to take that major third, it's going to lower it into a minor third. Great. Then, same thing with this G up here. Since it's all sharps, if this was a G sharp, I'd have a perfect fifth. I don't want a perfect fifth for a diminished triad, I want a diminished fifth. So to take that G sharp and lower it, that'd be a natural, cancels out the sharp. Great, this is a diminished triad, 100% true. This last one is a little bit funky. Here's why. The major key signature for B flat would be 2 flats. That's B flat and E flat. So a D natural is diatonic to B flat major, meaning that's already a major third. Look at the formula, that's what I want is a major third. I don't have to adjust anything. A B flat to what was an F, well, a B flat to an F would be a perfect fifth because it's just B flat and E flat, meaning all the rest of them are natural. How do I take a natural and raise it by 1? Sharp. That's 1 sharp. You put a double sharp on top of that.
Doesn't it already have to be a sharp?
No. Because in B flat major, there are only 2 flats and everything else is natural. So B flat to an F natural is a perfect fifth. And to raise that by 1, that's just a sharp.
I was looking up the sharps.
Were you looking at
With
B,
fat
B major instead?
cats.
Yeah. Or were you looking at B minor? I don't know. Something like that.
I know that I was looking at fat cats, so.
Okay, so somewhere there was it was a circle of fifths problem.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna stop today because I don't want to get any heavier into this. But this is kind of a good start, so I'm happy with this. You can check YouTube for this video if you want to do a little bit more review on your own, or if you ever want to reference it. But just building triads, man, it's all practice.